Welcome to Shadows of Prophecy, a D&D real play podcast following the ill-omened web of lives whispered by the void, their names repeated in the darkness. Shadows of Prophecy is a Dungeons & Dragons podcast with violent themes and adult language. Listener discretion is advised. With us today to traverse through adventures of mystery and mishap, we have myself, Timothy, as our ambivalent DM.
I'm Dan. I'm playing the human, well, mostly human, scholar and rogue, and Marky's hype man, Ren.
Hi, I'm Chris. I'm playing Tiefling Cleric, who is undergoing a bittersweet experience with some unsavory characters, Salvador Salt Rose.
Hi, it's me, Kendrick, and I am playing the warlock JayCeeAitch Bay, who is weird and black with social cues that lack.
Hi, I'm Russell. I'm playing the half-orc berserker, Upri, the apostate who thought she ate.
Oh god. Last time on Shadows of Prophecy, Tenebe harbored the apostates in their secret cellar. After the coast was clear, they sought out the Warrens to gain passage to the Middle City in order to retrieve their confiscated gear from the Order House. After a display of unbridled apostate arcane energy, the Beefcake door guard permitted entrance into the Warrens. Beefcake Upri, however, then lost her prized hand axes to an unsavory deal, which did catch the attention of the temptress Aquila, who toyed with the party before agreeing to send her cronies to retrieve their gear. Business complete, they descended into a night of debauchery, which brings us to morning, a dog pile of sluggish bodies.
I gotta say, Beefcake Doorguard is a great character name.
Hi, my name's Beefcake Doorguard.
Join us as we enter the Shadows of Prophecy. Act 1, In the Shadows. Chapter 13, Broken Glass. So you all awake to find yourselves in this room. A couple familiar faces from the night before, although a little bit closer than you remember them.
Since JayCeeAitch did not partake in the libations, JayCeeAitch is sitting and reading a book, waiting for them to wake up, but then gets bored of waiting and chucks the book at them.
Who does it hit?
Who
Y'all can do dexterity saves for that.
We are lying in bed.
We're asleep.
Yeah.
Let's just do Salvador.
A book lands on my face. Oh, what's the book say? What book were you reading?
What to expect when you're expecting, I don't know.
Wasn't expecting that.
How hungover are we?
Everybody who was drinking last night, give me a con roll.
Oh, jeez.
Wait, how much did Sal drink? Because me and Upri...
yeah, we have to do the contested charisma check.
Oh, yeah.
See if I got peer pressure.
Do I peer pressure Ren? Or I'm Ren. Do I peer pressure Sal into drinking more? What is the check? What do you want us to do?
Wisdom.
Oh, great, because I got good wisdom. Maybe insight?
Insight sounds great.
Yeah, I got a 22.
Oh, I got a 9.
Oh, no, I got 25.
I couldn't even beat that if I rolled a nat 20.
All right. So Salvador has the sense to him not to overdo it. But the wormwood is quite powerful.
Yeah, I am cautious because similar to JayCeeAitch, I don't know, you go into a den of ill repute and I don't know, I don't have detect poison, but...
That's rude. I own a den of ill repute and I find that offensive.
I am sure your establishment is lovely.
It is.
I mean, last time I was in a den, succubi tried to kill us, so...
Oh. Two sides of the coin.
Fair enough. All right.
And then con save.
Oh, right. Con save for how hungover we are. Oh, that's a 16.
26.
Ooh.
I don't
That's
feel
good.
anything.
They got really good constitution.
Oh, right. And you just didn't drink a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so still make a con save, but do it with advantage.
Okay, cool. Oh, well, it's a good thing because I got a natural 1 on one of them, but I got a 12 on the other one.
All right. So surprisingly, Sal is probably the most hungover of the lot. Not incredibly hungover, but just a little bit of an ache in your body this morning, Sal.
Yeah. Some of those clear glasses were actually gin and not water.
Hard to tell. They were all in such fancy crystal glasses.
Yeah.
What does a 16 get me? How hungover am I?
You're just a little bit groggy, but like pretty fine.
Oh,
Am I a spring chicken?
Upri's a fucking spring chicken. She's thrown back way more in her days.
How's it going, Jan?
To be honest, after last night, I don't know what to think anymore.
In terms of
what do you mean?
The things I saw y'all do. It scared me.
Could you elaborate? Not that I don't remember, but I just want to hear you say it.
I mean, there was the orgy. That was... Y'all all were clothed, so I actually don't know how orgy it was. Y'all just rubbing each other's bodies. Singing some bard music that I don't know. Maybe from Beyonce. I don't remember.
Yeah, you're talking about the group massage?
You were just rubbing pelvises at that point.
And shoulders. I distinctly remember some shoulder rubbing. Sal, did you participate in this? Because, like, that's not uncommon for me, I feel like.
I don't seem to recall. I don't believe so. I know that there were people that were singing at the time. I think you started singing, you were dancing,
tracks.
and then you picked up all those kobolds. And you started
That also tracks.
Yeah.
I love picking up small ones when I'm drinking.
Well,
You scoop them.
Scoop them.
And the kobolds, are they still sleeping?
Oh yeah, they're just sleeping through this.
Yeah, nothing like a massage from someone with a taloned finger.
I imagine at that point you just lie down and they just jump on your back.
Oh my
That
god.
actually probably would feel great.
Yeah.
Either way, it looked disgusting. And
Well, you didn't have to stay and watch, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I had nowhere else to go.
Okay, fair.
The other of the option was to go out with Akila, and I don't think she likes me very much
Why do you say that?
Yeah, what gave that away?
because she's been mean to me.
You did throw her drinks on the floor.
I told her that I was not thirsty while conducting business.
Well, then you just politely pretend to see it next time.
I did it the first time, and then she got me another cup. Therefore, I had to show a stronger message. And there I understand why.
Clarity.
We live and we learn, I guess.
I'm going to probably go out there and, I guess, apologize. I mean, I did tell her I lack social cues, but whatever. I'm saying this as I walk out the door.
All right. So as Yancey opens the door and steps out into the hallway, you see all of your gear sitting along the wall.
Oh.
I'd like to look at my treasure pack and see what's in there.
Yeah. So as you pick through your gear, everything that you owned, I'm looking at you, Upri,
Thinking about
is there minus a couple of the jewels and jewelry that was property of Victor Valerian.
It was with the sword. Is the short sword still there?
The short sword is not.
God damn it. I hope she forgot. That's okay. It's what we promised. She only took what she said she would.
Maybe
Yeah.
I could make a deal with her to get it back.
I just liked it because it was shiny. It was pretty.
Maybe we
That's
could
okay.
find a glass sword here.
That would be actually kind of cool. I don't know.
a sword made of glass? That's silly.
If you temper it.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
With tempering steel, it's different. There's tempered glass, but
Is that like when you beat it with a hammer while it's hot?
no, tempered glass is. Now I'm going to run into I should know this because I'm an engineer, but with tempered glass, it's somewhat stronger than regular glass.
Oh, okay.
Did you not watch Squid Game? Only on
Oh
Netflix.
yeah, we need a marble to tell which one's what.
I figured that if I were to buy a glass sword, it would just be for show. But if I could use it, that'd
Yeah.
also be kind of cool.
Super sharp.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyways, not the point right now. We have our stuff, and it's here. Where is Akila?
Yancey is going to scream, Akila, Aquila.
You call down the hallway. No one stirs.
Are we near the bar?
You can see the tavern down the hall, and it looks rather empty.
All right, I'm going to quickly go into the tavern, look around, and then try to grab Fern's magical axe.
Yeah, is the chest behind the bar there?
So you're gonna go to the chest behind the bar?
I mean, she's my sister. If she wants it, I'm going to get it for her.
All right, give me a stealth roll.
Oh no.
Ren wanders in behind everybody.
I got a 7.
So as you walk into the tavern, you see the barkeep come from the kitchen. They give you a nod as they walk up to the bar. You know that the chest would be right at their hips at this moment.
So my comrades down there are looking for some more drinks. Can you bring them to them, please?
What'll it be?
Some elderflower cordials and maybe some Aperol spritzes.
Ooh, an Aperol Spritz sounds great.
All right.
So refreshing.
The one name Brent said they would pay extra for it too,
All right.
if it's hand delivered.
Money up front.
I don't have the money. Ren would have the money.
All right. You better go fetch that then.
Do we like stumble in at that point? I feel like.
No, give me 1 second. I run back. Ren, can I borrow your coin pouch?
No.
It's important.
Why?
It's so we can get the axe back.
Oh, I was just going to buy it back.
Oh, then why am I doing this?
I don't know.
All right, never mind. I guess I just stand next to Ren. I'm like, okay, lead the way.
All right. I go up to the barkeep. Hi, can I have 2 Aperol spritzes? And I was wondering if I could barter those axes back from you.
All right. That'd be 2 silver for the spritzes.
All right, 2 silver. Clink.
What do you got to offer?
What is your price?
That's not how things work around here. You gotta demonstrate your worth first.
God, why? I rummage through my bag and I pull out a fine aquamarine and gold necklace and place it on the bar. It's very nice. It was one of the queens. This belonged to the Queen of Valerian. I flip it over and show that the like insignia on the back of like one of the stone holders in the necklace. I don't know what they're called. Has the insignia of Valerian on it.
All right. So he picks it up and he starts to inspect it. Can you give me a persuasion roll with advantage?
Gee. Where's my other D20? There
Because
it is.
he's flanked by me.
That's a 20, a dirty 20.
He turns it over a couple times in his hands, pulls on the chains a little bit, bites the stone.
They real.
Places it back on the table. I guess you have yourself a deal.
That's what I thought. I hold my hand out for the axes.
So he bends on over. You hear the unlocking of the mechanisms of the chest. And he stands back up, holding the 2 axes, hands them over to you, and snatches the necklace off the counter, throwing that now in the chest.
Feels like a fair deal. I toss them to Upri.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I missed you, sweet girl. She kisses it.
It glows slightly.
Oh. You do not, don't you do that stinky business right now, right?
Here's your Aperol spritzes.
Thank you.
I mean, they're just for me. You guys can order your own
Oh,
drinks.
perfect.
Anything else for y'all?
I will take an apple juice.
Do you have any food here?
We don't generally do breakfast. Not really a lot of people around for that meal.
You have any tomato juice?
I can check him back for you.
Okay.
Before you go, though, have you seen Aquila? I think we should thank her for bringing all this stuff back to us.
Aquila will be back tonight.
Thank you.
You want to sit down and enjoy our drinks?
Sure.
Our morning drinks? Hair of the dog?
Yeah, so he goes back into the kitchen, And sure enough, does come back with apple juice and tomato juice.
Ooh.
Although you can tell that the tomato juice has gone just slightly. It's not so vibrant red. It's just a little bit of that orangey brown tint when it oxidizes.
Gotcha.
He sets it down on the table. Let me know if you need anything else. I'll just be in back, tightening up, doing inventory and shit. And he walks off.
All right. So we got our stuff back. Good times. What's next?
I don't know. You tell us.
Okay.
Well, we have our stuff. So
Yeah.
I guess you said you had a friend who knows.
Oh, yeah. I have a friend who, well, not really a friend. They were a patron of my establishment, and I don't actually know how we find them. We'll have to ask around, I guess, to find them.
What do they do?
Well,
scholars?
they're a dignitary. Dignitary? That's a word. They're I guess a politician in the city. Alex Burbane is their name. They were a patron of. They visited Metropolis a couple times and frequented my establishment when we were there. I would hope they'd remember me.
Well, that paper you glanced at the other day said something about a birthday festival this weekend.
A birthday festival.
Maybe they'll make an appearance.
Oh,
Some bigwig's birthday?
festival. I just passed over that one. Celebration? Don't need it.
Oh,
Looking
Lord
for trouble.
Kunes.
Yes, Salvador would know Lord Kune is the ruler of Harrow.
He has a palace named after him on the map.
Oh, his birthday.
So maybe there'll be like a speech or something.
Oh, quite possibly. When is that? How long? How far in the future is that?
It's on Sunday. I don't know what today is.
Today's Thursday.
Okay.
Oh,
So 3 days.
Can we take a long rest for 3 days?
I mean, they probably have an office too, right?
Yeah, I'm sure that if we asked around, we get there. Oh, we don't need to get into the financial
We could
district
see
anymore.
Don Giovanni. That's on weeknights.
Oh, when do we see a show?
Oh my gosh! Everfear Traveling Army. Oh, it's never mind.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's not go see the show. That feels like a waste of time.
I thought you were a patron of poetry.
I am a patron of poetry, but now is not the time. This isn't a leisurely vacation.
I thought
This
we
is-
had 3 days.
This is a work trip.
Okay.
I mean, it could be risky, but maybe we go back and take a look at that house where the void opened up.
That's true. We never gave it a good look over. See if we can figure out what caused that.
I don't think I told y'all, but when we were in there, I could feel it.
You can feel what?
The residual energy where the portal opened, or the tear,
Oh.
whatever you call it.
In that house.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Go
Sure.
check.
So it's definitely extraplanar activity.
The other option we could do, I know that Vladimir Purdue, they had the monastery, and looking at the map, there are some ruined temples. So,
We passed a bunch of ruined temples on our way here, didn't we?
yeah.
Oh, you mean like looting? I'm always down to loot some stuff.
Maybe more investigation, but if there's something you want to pick up.
Yeah, take whatever you want. If you can loot it, loot it.
All right.
So do we want to head? So here's the plan. We head back to the inn, whose name I don't remember.
The Broken
Oh,
Fang.
Tenenbaum.
The Broken Fang.
Oh,
The
But
Broken
on,
Tenenbaum.
on our way, let's pass through that like ruined temple district area, do some searching, see if we can find any symbols that,
right.
reminiscent
'Cause
of-
y'all looking for that cult guy.
Oh yeah, and I feel like we might have shown you in the past, but we'll show you
Yeah.
like the different symbols that we're looking at.
The eyeballs, the lines.
Yes, exactly. And see if we can spot any of that in these temples.
And were you looking for Al?
Al.
Alice Baroque.
Oh, Al. Yeah, Alice. Oh yeah, you know Alice.
Yeah.
It's long night of drinking.
Well, I met her once, but
I mean, yeah, if we come across Alice, that'd be great. But our main objective is to find Vladimir Purdue, or at least the monastery.
all right, Mr. Bossman, you take the lead. I'll follow.
Okay. I guess I do have to lead us back to that labyrinth.
Correct.
Yeah. How'd you do that, by the way?
I'm staring at my feet. I walk us
Yeah.
back to the labyrinth.
Yeah, you walk your way back. I'm not going to make you do a check for that. You were the one who was able to find your way here easily enough. And you exit out of the Warrens. It is now daylight. You are in the ruins of the lower residential east district of Harrow.
Awesome. So we'll go to that area that had those destroyed or ruined temples. and kind of just give like a walkthrough, see what we can find.
So you make your way to the ruined temples that you passed last evening on your way to the Warrens. And you begin to start walking through the crumbling walls of the ruins. And you see remnants of what appear to be old temples, churches, places of worship. And then you spot the stairs with a sign reading the catacombs.
Ooh.
I do wonder, I know Preya and Pudicia have sort of taken over as the leading religions here, and I'm wondering if they edged out older temples, and this is the result of that.
Quite possibly. I wouldn't be surprised. They got a heavy hand, to say the least.
They burned down religious places they didn't agree with?
Or that they got abominations that popped up here.
Oh.
The city's weird.
Yeah. So there are stairs that go down into catacombs?
There are. But as you're inspecting these stairs, out of the corner of the eye, Ren, you see
Everything.
a shape just peeking out from behind a crumble of stone wall, like a black cloth over a shoe.
So someone's like hiding behind a pillar or a wall?
Laying.
Laying? Oh, I'm gonna sneak over and peek around the corner. See if somebody's like sleeping back there.
So you edge your way over.
Sneak.
Give me a stealth roll.
Yep.
I'll just watch from
I gave
afar.
everybody the finger to like wait here.
Yeah.
That's a 14.
Right. So you edge your way over to the pile of rune, and you peek around the corner, and you see a motionless body wrapped in a black cloak. They don't appear to be breathing.
Like wrapped as in like it, not like...
Laying over them.
Okay, so not like tightly swaddled.
Not tightly swaddled, no.
Gotcha.
And as you look over the body closer, you notice a pool of blood beneath them.
Oh.
Are they okay?
Ren will just like stand up straight because no longer needing to sneak and just like, I don't know, I'll pull the cloth off. See who it is.
As you pull the cloak off of them, you see a gaunt face covered in tattoos. There are tattoos up and down their arms as you pull away their cloth in arcane script.
Not my area. I wave everybody over because this arcane script is not my area of expertise. So there's this body. I show it to
geez.
everybody, and there are strange markings for their tattoos that I don't recognize, but y'all might.
Can I do an arcane check?
Yeah. Give me an arcana roll.
Nope, 6. I've been really messing up these rolls.
I can do an arcana check.
All right.
That is a 20. A dirty 20.
I'll do it.
All right.
Probably, hopefully.
So, Salvador, you don't recognize these symbols, but Yancey, you do.
I recognize these.
You have tons
These
of
are
tattoos.
symbols written in the ancient language of your patron.
Oh, God.
We don't know that.
Oh, my goodness.
They are all sorts of invocations. Your grasp of the language is limited, but you recognize some of the symbols from gifts of your patron.
I'm going to rub my hand on the tattoos just to see if I'm reading what I think it is correctly. I'm trying to decide whether or not I should tell them the truth. I don't say that out loud. Oh gosh.
Oh, God, don't touch the dead body. You don't know where that's been.
Upri, you know I'm not one to tell you to shut up, but shut up. You can see that I'm very intense looking at everything. So this guy was playing around with some really intense arcane magic.
What? So since when do you know about that kind of stuff, Jan?
You've been missing for over 5 years. I've learned a lot in my time trying to find you.
I guess hobbies are important.
I look at Upri. Sure, hobbies. Anyways, if these symbols, they're kind of rusty. I don't really know them all, but they are quite dangerous invocations. So whatever got this person killed was pretty strong to get past these.
Ren would like to also examine the body to see if he can figure out how they died.
Give me a medicine check.
I can do that.
I figured.
That's a dirty 20.
All right. You quickly find stab wounds in the back.
Oh, in the back.
5.
Well, I guess a knife would not.
Et tu, Brute.
I guess knife wounds would get past arcane spells. Never mind.
So what? It was like mugging?
Maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Well, why would they cover him like that?
Item.
That's a good question.
Well, maybe someone found them after they were mugged.
Maybe that's true.
As you are inspecting the body, you notice those knife wounds. And then you notice on their left upper arm, the cloth is torn. And as you push the bits of fabric away, you see that it is soaked in blood. And on their upper arm, somebody has carved an A.
No, lie. An apostate, right? Murdered for being one?
Oh.
Is that what the A stands for?
Maybe. I don't know the culture on murder in this part.
I mean, I just
This
assumed.
area.
Yeah, you know.
Ren is going to try something new because I have this ability that I'm a little scared to use, but it's fine.
Oh, it has a swoosh.
Yeah, it's in this like
Oh.
almost cursive script.
Oh.
Superhero A.
Would I recognize it?
It's the same A that you saw on the door of the burned house when you first arrived in the city,
Oh.
Salenren.
Guys, you know what this reminds me of?
What?
The carving on the door.
The carving on the door
Oh.
of the house.
I wonder if that house is burned down because they believed an apostate was there. I will be using this ability, though. It's one of my... What are we calling them? What kind of abilities are they?
Corrupted?
Corrupted? These guys?
Your corruption. Well, yeah. Your gift.
My gift.
Kaboom.
We'll call it a gift, yeah. This and that awful ring. But I'm going to
Your
use...
soul abilities.
I'm going to use a soul ability and absorb mind. And that means I get to learn the most recent thoughts of the creature, what was on their mind at the time of death, along with any distinguishing features about their life, such as profession, passions, particularly close relations.
Damn, take that, dark vision.
So I kneel down at the head of this corpse and just put my hand on their forehead and do the thing.
Okay. As you place your hands on their head, you are ripped out of your reality and thrown into theirs. You watch from their eyes as you hear your voice screaming in words that you don't understand. An ancient language, and as you feel this energy just surging through your body, and this fire, black flame grows in your hands. Your whole body becomes enveloped in this black flame as you try to throw it at one of your enemies. That's when you feel it in your back. The first stab. You cry out in pain. You spin around in a circle and you see a member of the order, a clergy of Preah, wrapped in dark clothing, but their symbol is clear. worn proudly on their chest. They lunge at you, again stabbing you in the side. You cry out in pain. You scream as the blood begins to soak your cape. And that's when you feel the hold on your body from the other, compelled to freeze. Your whole body seizes up as you feel 4 more jabs into your back. The world begins to fade. You feel your body go limp. You collapse to the floor.
Ren vomits.
Ren, you fall out of this vision and find yourself shaking next to this body.
I have to make a wisdom saving throw. Oh, I passed. Thank you.
All right. You feel this like pain in your chest and this heaviness on your heart. But eventually your breathing calms and the shaking subsides.
You look rough.
That was awful. And the hangover didn't make it much better. Well, I saw what they last saw before they died.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, I saw what they saw before they died. I did not expect it to be as vivid as it was. But yeah, no, we were right. They were killed by the Order. They were an apostate. Ugh.
That's a trick.
Yeah, it's a new one. I just learned it recently, and we'll see if I use it again.
So what do we do now?
Well, this was like a side thing. We still haven't really investigated the ruins or the catacombs.
But if this is what they do to apostates, they can kill us all.
Could
I'm
we,
allowed to see him try.
could we make it seem like you are new officiants, like you're newly enrolled in a religious order? Like maybe get you some robes or books.
And that just protects us?
I don't know. I think it's more of a layperson disguise. Maybe if they're able to detect magic schools, then it maybe wouldn't do much.
Yeah, you know that clerics tend to be able to suss out what type of magic is being cast.
Which in my case is all of them.
At the surface level, you might be able to just sieve your way through something, but if somebody were to cast detect magic, you know that it'd be easy for them to figure that out.
Because, yeah, you have tattoos, and I'm guessing those are magical.
Yes,
Yeah.
very much so.
And you don't have any tattoos?
I do, but they're the non-magical variety.
Okay.
And she lifts up her shirt a little. She got the side tattoo, just, some wiggly doodads. It's like a kind of a gold, black ink, iridescent thing going on.
Okay. Is there anything on this person, or they just look like they were running for their life and they don't have anything on them?
Loot the corpse.
They seem to... You notice that their belt has a worn mark from a pouch, but the pouch is missing.
That tracks.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm surprised they just leave the body here, though.
It's a warning.
Well, I guess that's fair.
And also I'm assuming that these clergy members aren't really supposed to be killing these apostates, so why not do it someplace where no one would actually check?
I mean, is that true? Are apostates normally brought in, or are they just executed on the spot?
Normally brought in,
Okay.
unless there are accentuating circumstances.
Okay.
That's the... I
Like-
don't
He
know.
resist.
was putting up a fight. There was lots of fire from him
Mm-hmm.
in the vision, in the memory that I saw.
I mean, I can only imagine he was fighting for his life.
Yeah. Well, the clergy don't much care about that. If you're a threat to them, it doesn't matter.
Maybe you should get some armor so you guys don't get stabbed.
Oh, it don't hurt that bad.
I don't think so.
My
Fine.
tattoos are my armor.
He has tattoos too.
Yeah, but these aren't the armor variety.
They're not the armor, right?
They're purely ornamental.
No, they're not even protective. I can't read them all, but yeah. It didn't help him, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Well, should we go loot some bodies? I mean, rob some graves? I mean, explore a catacomb?
Sure.
Sure.
Because I feel like there would be some, if we're looking for the symbol, the eye symbol, then there might be something above ground. Unless it's like a purely underground society where they just hang out in the catacombs.
Oh, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, those symbols that we showed you. Remember those? Yeah.
Gotcha. So
Keep an eye
that
out
used
for
to be a
those.
religion that got squashed.
More of a cult.
Yeah, it's more of an
and
educational group.
Unsure if they've been squashed yet or not.
A book club.
Ah.
A culty book club.
All right. Well, I don't mind leading the way.
Well, how about we let them scope it out? Since y'all have all the information, we'll walk behind.
Okay.
No, I want to be up front.
I elbow Upri.
Yeah, you take the lead.
Okay. Sal will walk into the ruins of the temple.
All right. So you walk into the ruins towards the stairs marked the catacombs.
As me and Upri are walking a little further back, I'm going to turn my head as we're walking and talk to her. Listen, those tattoos are for the patron that these tattoos are from.
Yeah, what do you mean patron?
So during my search to find you, I made some deals with some people so I can find you, and one day they're going to collect on them. Hasn't happened yet, but before we saw those googly eyes,
Googly eyes.
before we saw those eyes, I was having a dream not only about them but about my patron. So whatever's going on here has some connection to the patron that I am indebted to, which makes me worried because I just found you and I don't want to die.
What? Hold up now. What kind of debt do you owe?
That's the scary part. I don't know.
You... John.
Yes.
Sorry, I don't know what to say.
I just need you to know if anything happens.
It's because you made a deal with something spoopy?
Sure, Upri, something spoopy. But, yeah,
Is this debt ever going to be fully repaid?
I don't know.
Well, how do we find out?
I
Yeah,
don't
now
know.
I'm invested, y'all.
I don't know.
All right.
Don't know. Just be on the lookout. I don't know if I trust these guys well enough to tell them.
Oh, I think they're the trusting sort. I mean, that one flashy one's been paying for all our shit since we got here.
I mean, we kind of never gave them a choice to not.
That's true. We do work like that.
I'm just erring on the side of caution.
All right. I'll follow your lead on that.
All
But
right.
I do think maybe they could help. Even if it's not right now.
Fine.
The more people watching your back, the better.
Fine. I will eventually tell them, but I just need some more time to figure out how all of this is connected to me somehow.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Let's go.
As Sal pushes open the catacomb doors, they let out a loud groan. It has been a while since these doors have been opened. A cloud of dust pours out as the stone walls are unsettled. And you press into the darkness, pushing away cobwebs as you start to move in. Along the walls are plaques, and you can see the tops of skulls laying on shelves down this hall.
Jan, you were saying something?
I was saying, are y'all sure y'all want to go down here?
I thought we were checking out the temple first.
This is real spooky all over.
We're going to assess the entrance area to see if we can find any relevant symbology.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you turn back from the catacombs and you start to inspect the area around the entrance. Give me investigation rolls.
Yes.
Ooh, I got dirty 20.
18.
5.
0.
Well, that went down quickly.
So Salvador and Ren begin to canvass the area around the entrance of the catacombs. It becomes quickly apparent that this area has been relatively untouched for quite some time. There are no signs of activity here.
Good. Dead things should stay dead.
And no relevant symbols.
No relevant symbols.
What are the... Is it just general, like, here lies Rufus Adolphus? 1328 to 1399.
Names and dates, yes. Names and dates.
Damn, he lived a long time.
A little blurb under some of them. Father, son, beloved.
Brother. Lover of things. Okay.
Yeah.
No recognizable names either.
No, not near the entrance.
You want to try that flaming arrow thing to see how long this goes down?
I mean, do we need to? I mean, like, I feel like there's nothing is actually leading us in here. Like, it was good to check, but
Yeah.
feels like it's gonna be a dead end with a lot of dead people. Literal dead end.
A very dead end, yeah. Maybe.
Wait, what about this over here? This cobweb is kind of suspicious.
Is it?
Look, it's like it almost looks like an eye if you squint with one eye. Yeah, maybe both.
Beyonce just grabs the web.
Well, there goes our evidence.
I kind of want to just check out for another 2 or 3 minutes. I'm gonna walk down. I'm gonna light a lantern and walk down to the.
All right. So you start walking into the catacomb and you are pushing past just layers and layers of cobwebs. You see some of them just slightly catching in your torchlight and burning away in front of you. You walk maybe 20 feet before it begins to turn and open up into several other branches.
Okay, I'm gonna turn back.
All right.
Was it worth it?
I mean, we know that's more expansive. I mean, if they're truly hiding a secret organization, it's probably going to be at the very back of the catacombs. So we can,
They also haven't been here in looks like decades.
unless there's a secret passage
That's true.
that's in a different entrance than this. But we can put a pin in this.
Are you sure?
I mean, you said you had your friend that we can try to find.
Sure,
Because
we
they
can
might
find
have
them.
actual, like a living person knows more than a dead person.
And also, a dead man tells no tales.
Well, unless you're that one pointing at Ren.
Oh, right. Yeah.
They tell a tale a day. Just one.
One tale per long rest.
I actually think I can use it as many times as I want.
Oh.
Oh, it just
Really?
can
This is
corrupt
one-
you.
It
For long
it
rest.
just hurts. Oh, just kidding. It does say once per long rest. So I can't do it again. Gotta take a nap first. Long nap.
A long 8-hour nap.
But I don't know. I just feel like the catacombs are just catacombs.
Could be.
All right.
We'll take your judgment for it.
So where do you think your friend's office is? Is it on one of the other tiers? Because that could be...
If they're a dignitary, I imagine the higher tier. Which,
Art.
getting into the higher tiers is still going to be a little tricky because I didn't actually find anybody who could help us with that.
Right. Oh, we forgot to ask if anyone down there could suppress magic. Because remember the illusion didn't have a trace?
Oh, right. You're right.
Shucks.
We could go back. I mean, next on our list is also going to see the house where the
Oh, yeah, let's
rift
do that.
came up. So I guess we'll trudge back to the inn.
Yeah.
All right. So you make your way down the winding roads, much easier to navigate in the light now than your previous trip. And you're also familiar. And you make your way back to the Broken Fang Inn Tavern. As you enter, Tenebe is cleaning the tavern area. She has a mop and she is mopping up the black goop off the ground from the remnants of the eyeballs.
Good morning.
Oh, you've made it back. That's always nice to see. Sometimes that's more than I can ask for.
Oh, don't worry. They love us in the Warrens now.
It's true.
Well,
Actually.
3 out of 4 of us.
Oh,
Collective us is still 75%.
on average, they love us in the Warrens.
Upper, you know about the word average?
I see that.
Ouch.
I see that your trip was successful.
Oh, yeah, our stuff.
And how did you manage to make it to the order house?
We actually just hired someone to go get our stuff for us.
Oh, wow! They really did like you.
It does seem that way.
That's a big favor.
Well, it had a cost.
A big price.
Oh, yeah, we paid a lot for it, but that's okay.
Would those resources be available to make repairs on the tavern?
Oh,
I feel like that's something we should have asked.
I
mean-
we didn't destroy the tavern.
We did play a hand in the destruction of the tavern. though.
Oh, I mean, that's fair. Upper was swinging.
that was just one shelf in a room
And the floor.
and the bed.
And the rest of the end.
I mean, you like to invest in businesses, don't you?
That's fair. That's true. I do like to invest in businesses.
How much gold will it cost to fix?
I mean, I am simply helping those in need, so I will not.
I mean, you did put us in the
Force
basement.
you.
That's true. No, you're right.
Well, we could literally be
But
in
I
jail.
will say it would be greatly appreciated
Yeah.
if you happen to have a spare coin or.
I pass over a diamond ring.
Oh,
Will this do?
Yes, that's more than enough. Wow.
There you go.
And Tenebe, whenever you need anything, just ask Ren. They are very generous.
Whoa.
They will,
Duly noted.
Maybe you could install like a lord suite.
I feel
Here's
like that
some
would cost another
lighthouse.
diamond ring, though.
I don't think Kune's ever making his way down here.
That's the Lord of
Oh
this.
no, it's like a lord suite, as not like for the lord, but just called the lord suite. And it's like a really nice room with like hot baths and like silk sheets. A nice
Perfumes.
sitting area
Oh,
where you could
mean
charge
like
a
Akila's
lot.
room?
A what?
I mean, sorry, I didn't mention anybody.
Oh, no, definitely didn't. I mentioned Aquila.
Wait,
That
Aquila
was the lady.
Stays here?
Oh,
You know that pretty
Look, if I
lady?
said anything, I must have misspoken.
No. You can't misspoke Aquila
Yeah, Miss Tannenbaum. Spill.
Tenebe.
Spill.
Put some respect on her name. Tenebe.
Tanabe.
She does have a room here that she frequents from time to time.
Oh,
Good to know. What's a Tannenbaum? What is that? What did I say?
Tannenbaum?
I think that's
Tannenbaum?
German
It's
for
Tenebe, dear.
Oh. So sorry, Tanabe.
No worries, Upri.
Well, good to know that you've got a nice room for people already. Well, that should cover the repairs at least, if not more.
Yes, and probably go a little bit further to help the force.
Help the force.
Wow, the
Are you like beating around the bush about something? Do you just want to speak plainly about it? We're not from here and are not associated. I put a
She
hand over
looks around.
Sal's face.
Yeah, I do.
With the order.
She looks around, and then she places a note on the table and walks away.
She wrote that so quickly.
Now, great. Now I can't read.
I will take said note and slyly look at it.
You pick it up, and you unroll it. It's not rolled. You unfold it.
Magic.
And inside, it simply says, Friends of the Apostates, have a drink in good spirits.
That was on the newspaper.
What?
What?
Spirits.
How do you read everything so quickly?
The House of Spirits. I pick up on good imagery, and this has a nice stamp.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. That's here. Madame Vera of the House of Spirits invites you to partake in a phantasmal presence at her parlor, the House of Spirits.
Ooh,
you're sure to
killing
enjoy the
cocktails.
experience, even if it does leave you with the hairs on the back of your neck standing on end.
So maybe that's where we go next.
Yeah.
Maybe we should be reading the Tribune more often.
You can find out that some of the canals are closed.
And for more lodgings, you can see page.
Wait, I wonder if any of those canals lead to the upper tiers.
Oh, not any of the closings. The closings are in the factory and warehouse districts.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
So there are two main canals that lead up from one tier to the next.
Gotcha. So they probably never close because they're arteries.
Yes, they are major arteries. There are two, so they potentially could do some work on one while using the other.
But no parking during snow emergencies.
No parking during
Only
snow
on-
emergencies
in the desert.
middle of the desert.
There are sandstorms.
Yeah, snow is actually an acronym for sand, something with sand.
All right. Should we go pay Madame Vera a visit?
The House of Spirits. Tenebe,
Yes.
where might we find the House of Spirits? We read about it in the newspaper. Would you recommend it?
Oh, she's left.
Oh,
Remember,
yeah,
she
I was
walked
like,
away.
she walked
I thought
away.
you just like walked away into like
no,
the
no,
other
no,
parts
she
of the-
walks away
Judging
Oh,
by
like
this map,
into a
it's down the
different
street.
room.
into a different room. Yes.
That's why I was wondering you were calling him. Like, she full on left.
I thought she was like at the bar or something like that.
no, no, no.
Like,
She left the room.
Sal's figured out how to get there, though.
Oh,
Yeah, it's on the map.
yeah, but I figured if we asked her if she recommended it, that could be a good way for her to point us in the right direction.
I mean, didn't she already?
I mean, kind of, but I like to confirm things.
You like
It's
big
just-
blinky signs
Yeah,
saying
big
this
blinky
way?
sign. Exactly.
Good.
Oh, sure, let's go.
All right.
What was the note, Tim? Friends of the apostates share a drink in good spirits.
Yes.
Off to the House of Spirits then. I guess I'll drop off things at the room, so I'm not carrying around my whole pack with me. I will bring my treasure pack though.
Oh,
That stays with me from now on.
and just remember your cats.
Oh.
Today.
Oh yeah, Twilight can stay here. It's fine.
You don't ever want to get like a little kitty cozy?
No.
Yeah, you see Twilight is currently sitting next to the bar. Tenebe has placed a dish out for them with salted fish.
You love salted fish.
And yeah, we had to pay for it. Okay.
I paid for it.
We, the royal
Us,
we.
the collective.
No, 25% of the people here have money. I mean, I guess 50%.
I got a few, yeah.
Yeah.
Significantly less jewelry than
Well, we don't really have that in the Enchanted Forest, so sue me.
Anyways, off to the House of Spirits.
Can we do a swing by? Have they cordoned off the house that was mustard gassed?
Oopsie.
So you did pass it along the way,
Okay.
and yes, they do have it pretty cordoned off, and there are currently order members there.
Oh,
Oh, wow. It's so weird that this happened here. I say as we
Yeah.
walked past.
I put
my
Tanebe's
God.
cloak over all my stuff so it's not noticeable.
All right. So you pass again the destroyed house. You see order members picking through the goop of the eyeballs. There's somebody that is jarring the specimens and putting them in a cart.
That's a pretty big jar.
I mean, they're jarring the smaller
Oh, sorry.
specimens.
I was thinking there were humans there. These are just the eyeballs.
Yes, these
Okay.
are the eyeballs.
I wonder why they're drawing them.
Jarring? Putting in
Well,
jars?
Yeah, jarring them.
For
Just,
experiments.
yeah, just to test them, study them.
you're hearing drawing because of the way I talk.
Drawing.
drawers.
Gonna draw. You put things in a draw.
A jar?
A draw.
A jar.
A draw.
So there is still a little bit of a hitch in your plan.
What?
The House of Spirits is in the middle city.
Oh, it is? Oh, there's a wall. I didn't see that.
Damn.
So
No, it's not a dam, it's a wall.
as you make your way in that direction on the map, you pass through the trade district, which is now just everybody's starting to get set up because it is still early-ish morning. So people are getting set up. There are a lot of the food stands that are already open. and you make your way past all of the guild houses, which are very active already this early in the morning. You can smell like sulfur. You can smell lots of like acrid odors coming from the tanning house. All sorts of pungent odors from each of the guild houses. As you make your way in the direction of where you saw the House of Spirits on your map. And that's when you reach the end of a road and you look up to 100-foot wall.
Right.
So I guess we're not going to be able to climb that up.
I mean, do we want to just try a gate? That feels spicy. That feels a little too risky.
Especially since somebody broke in and stole stuff. So I don't know if they're
On high alert for us.
Well,
I mean-
let's walk towards a gate and see how many people are manning it, because maybe if it's one, we can take them.
Yeah, but there are people also on the walls, so if we start a fight down on the floor, I imagine that people will just show up eventually.
I feel if anybody to arouse the least suspicion, it's Ren, because you have no magic and you're also not somebody notable. Well, not like suspicious.
What are you saying?
You're the plain Jane, so go on.
You're mayonnaise of the group.
Oh, okay, whatever. Mayonnaise is delicious.
Yeah, you're more like the aioli of the group.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll take that. The fancy mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Mayonnaise is disgusting. Continue.
Right, so what are our options? We can go back to Aquila and ask,
Ask her another favor.
well,
Pay for another favor.
yeah.
How much money do you have left?
How much do I have left? She took about half of my stuff.
Yeah, and you have started handing out the queen's
Only two
jewels
things
as
so far.
well.
I wonder. I mean, she
You
probably has a way.
have about a quarter of what you took from Castle Valerian. That's
Fair. I did send some to my business
And to
so-
Marky.
and I gave some to Marky. Yeah, yeah. Because remember I said that we had like stopped and well, I don't remember if we said that, but I'd stopped at a city and sold some and put some in the bank for my business.
You probably have like a handful of jewels left at
That's
this
okay.
point.
Okay. I'll take a handful.
If we get caught, the worst that happens is that they take us further into the city to a house of Prey and Pudicium,
But then we're imprisoned.
and we're imprisoned.
And that's
Theoretically.
that's if they decide to do that instead of the route of killing us
On the
outright.
spot.
In broad daylight.
I don't think they care.
Could it be that you say that you're unaware that you're apostates? That this is sort of like... Because there are people that are born with wild magic.
Yeah, and we hide in the enchanted floor.
Oh, I guess that's true.
Yeah, Salvador, you say that and then you start thinking about it, and you've never encountered anybody with innate magical abilities.
Nope, just purely
Not one?
chefs, people with warlock patrons, and...
I mean, you never encountered a warlock.
Oh, wasn't Jen's character a warlock?
Oh, that's right. Secretly a warlock, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm technically secretly a warlock.
But yeah,
know me yet.
that's the
Never
extent.
openly.
Yeah, mostly just vanilla spellcasters.
I'm not a
Oh.
spellcaster.
I mean, maybe we could just bribe them?
It's possible.
Or, politely solicit, how we get passage legally. Be like, how do we get papers?
Or we can create a magic distraction.
I do have command, so I could theoretically give you 6 seconds to get through.
They might remember us, though.
I could. Oh,
Command them to forget?
maybe.
You will not remember the last minute.
I think it's more. It's kind of like. I don't know if that is within the bounds of that spell.
Why don't we go to a gate
Yeah.
and see what the Manning situation is
Let's
like?
go loiter.
Yeah. I'm going to go loiter at a gate.
I was
Alright.
singing alms from Sweeney Todd. Alms, alms, for pitiful.
So you make your way
That was funny.
Yeah.
to a gate.
Say-
So there are these entrances along the canal. They're like stops along the way. So you make your way to one of those stops where people are getting on one of the gondolas that are reserved for people, not for goods. You've seen both going up and down these canals. and they are collecting tickets. You see 3 order members at this entrance. And as people are entering, you see one of them has their eyes closed and is just like hands pressed together in kind of like almost prayer. And Sal could probably guess that they are using a type of detect magic spell. Just kind of low level, ceremonially using detect magic.
A ritual casting, what
They're
might I say?
ritual casting.
Are they checking the gondolas with the supplies?
So they're just standing next to where people are getting on. The other 2 guards do have their eyes open and are just kind of like leaning against the railing. Kind of bored looking.
So maybe we can sneak in through supplies.
It's possible. It's a risky because we don't know if they check supplies. We can give it a try.
I mean, it seems like they don't really care. I mean, look at those 2 guards. They're just standing there. The only one doing any real work is the one doing the ritualistic prayer.
I mean, they're probably checking for tickets, visually assessing people.
So detect magic has a range of 30 feet,
I
which
wonder-
would cover the entire gondola.
If you cast a spell on top of what they already have, like if I cast Bless on one of them, would it mask the other spell or would it just show up as 2 spells?
It would show up as 2 spells
Okay.
in different spots within the radius.
Do you know detect magic?
I don't think that's a cleric spell. I can dispel magic. But
Can you dispel detect magic?
how does that work? I think, well, dispel
Can you-
magic is more on things, I think, rather than actual
Oh.
constant spells. But let me check.
Or would casting dispel magic on detect magic set
Choose-
off detect magic?
Choose one creature. Any spell 3rd level or lower ends. So I could theoretically do it, but they'd probably know that their spell ended.
Maybe they can just assume that they got tired.
We would know. When the person casting the spell is like, wait, hold on.
But yeah, that's definitely an option. I could try to at least confuse them for a little bit.
Just enough so we can get through. Because I don't think if they figure it out, they're not going to be like, wait, let's check the supplies. They're going to check which people are close by first. And by that time, we'll already gone through.
I have an idea.
Upper
Okay.
has an idea.
So I'm just gonna, run up and like punch someone
And that is it
gently.
with Upri's
I mean, I
idea.
guess I don't have to punch him, but I can give him some, juice, my juju, my magic,
How do I have detect magic?
and then that could be a distraction. Like we imbue someone getting on or something, and then like maybe they get detained, and then we like sneak on. Or
But they'll detect us still. It's not just hitting someone's not going to push their magic out of you into them.
You're still going to have magic on you.
right.
Oh, but with detect magic, if they're casting as a ritual, it takes them 10 minutes to cast it. So unless they're doing it in cycles or waves, they can only concentrate on the spell for 10 minutes. So I'm guessing since there's 3, there's like a guy that goes back and forth between casting it.
But if you cast it as a ritual, isn't ritual magic doesn't use a spell slot?
It doesn't, but it doesn't use a spell slot, but it adds 10 minutes to the casting time.
Yeah.
Or it's 10 times the casting time. I forget which one.
I think my idea is the best bet.
Yeah, I think so. Ritual magic you can keep up as long as you have stamina to keep
Oh, really?
up.
Okay. I didn't know.
Yeah, yeah. So the 10 minutes duration is what you would expend a spell slot for.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So you could cast it for 10 minutes before having to spend another spell slot.
Okay.
So as long as somebody can maintain concentration on the ritual, they would be able to maintain the spell
Which is why
under
I
a
believe,
ritual.
This is why I believe that my idea will work best. We get into a crate of supplies, a gondola of supplies, and then as you get close, you do display magic or whatever magic you have, buddy. And then as they're trying to figure it out, we would have already gotten through. It's our safest bet at this point.
Halt! You hear
Never mind.
over by the
Oh no, we loitered.
gate. You hear over by the gate.
They heard
One
us
of the
flying.
guards starts approaching somebody else.
Yeah. We're just standing here.
They start shouting commands at them. Drop everything you're holding right this instant and stand up against the gate. You hear a commotion starts to build as a bunch of people, very confused, start getting pushed around by the order members. They push everybody up against the railing of the canal, and you see that there are several bags that have been left in an area nearby that they clear the people away from. The order member that is casting Detect Magic slowly walks over, eyes still closed, and points at one of the bags. The other two order members go to pick up the bag. They open it, and inside, you all see from your vantage point an orb glowing. You see a warble of energy and light spin around this area, and a low humming noise. It begins to build.
Oh no, someone dropped a bomb. Put a bomb in a bag.
Immediately, the two others get to work. They kneel down over this orb, and they start reciting incantations under their breath. You cannot hear them, but you see this magical resonance start to build and grow. That hum starts to raise in pitch.
Is the gate open?
The gate is open.
Run!
I was gonna say we book it.
Yeah. All right.
All right,
Yeah,
everybody
yeah,
give me
I run.
stealth checks with disadvantage.
I still think my plan would have worked.
Oh,
Oh, that's still pretty good.
One was a nat one.
21.
One was a nat 20, the other was an 18, so 18 plus 3 is 21.
12.
I also got 12.
All right. So you take this moment of opportunity as they are all distracted. There's a commotion of people nearby, and you bolt past all of this activity, quickly and swiftly making yourself onto the gondola. As you get on the gondola, you only see one person in a box at the front of the gondola. There's like a little driver's box, so to speak. But they are facing the other direction. So you get on the gondola, you don't notice anybody who has noticed you. What do you do?
I'm gonna take 2 pieces of gold out of my bag and walk up to the driver and go.
2 pieces of gold?
Yeah.
Give me a persuasion check.
Are you proficient in gondolier?
I'm proficient in kicking
14.
ass.
They grab the gold from your hand, throw it in their pocket, and hold out their hand.
2 more.
They grab it, and the gondola begins to move.
Yes, money gets us everywhere.
Yeah, more of
As,
that.
it's just like real life. As the gondola begins to move, you hear the resonance growing and growing and growing, and then you hear an explosion. You feel the reverb of the explosion as the gondola is pushed upstream. You hear the cracking of wood at the back of the boat, and there are waves that push you further forward.
Is this intentional?
What?
Well, I initially was gonna, because I was gonna go back to the boat and cast mending on some of these things, but never mind.
You can go cast mending on the boat. It is damaged, but it is still afloat. It is actually just kind of propelled faster up the canal, and you start making your way up to the middle city.
Well, that was serendipity. Is that the word?
Yeah.
Okay.
Serendipitous.
Yeah.
The canal driver, again, holds out his hand, and he goes, "I will not say anything if you give me 4 more.
Can I knock him out, please?
I put 4 gold in his hand.
Oh, okay. You got this one.
All right. Didn't see a thing. Just doing my job.
Could you point us in the way of the House of Spirits?
Sure thing. After you get off, you're gonna take a left and head down Sire. And then take a right down... What was the name of that street again? Harlington. That's it. And it should be right on the left there.
All right. Thank you so much, sir.
All right. And he takes you up the canal. As you approach the next stop in the middle city, you see that there are more guards, more order members. This time you don't notice anybody in prayer, but you do notice a woman with long brown hair wearing an ornate maroon robe. Salvador and Ren, you know this to be an arcanist. This is a licensed wizard.
Ooh. Spicy. Is there a way to hop off the gondola before the stop?
You could. The gondola is very close to the edge. There's like a 5-foot gap between the boat and the railing on the ground on the other side.
How tall? Is the railing just like a hand railing?
Yeah, it's just like a hand railing.
All right.
It's maybe at hip height when you're standing on the ground. Maybe a little above that so you don't topple over into the water.
Fair enough.
Upper's gonna fold her palms together, get down one knee. Who's first?
Okay. Ren's just gonna step on her hands and
A
jump.
launch.
All right. Give me an athletics.
I feel like that'd be more acrobatics.
Can I do acrobatics instead?
Can you do acrobatics? Yeah, do acrobatics.
And I do athletics?
Yeah, Upper can do athletics, and the people jumping can do acrobatics.
Cool.
Or athletics, if that's how they would like to go about it.
11.
11.
8.
Great. So, Ren, you step into Uppery's hands, and they are sweaty because of what just happened. And their hands slip. So you catch yourself on the edge of the boat and fall over, kind of pushing yourself just enough to grab onto the railings, but you are now hanging onto the railing.
Oh, I got pull up.
You clamber up over the railings, now starting to attract the attention of the guards nearby.
Oh, so I just slipped off the boat. I'm so sorry.
It's a supply boat.
Give me a deception check with disadvantage.
Oh no.
And what are the others doing?
Keeping my ass in this boat until I know what happens.
I rolled a 7.
All right.
Shit.
They begin to walk towards you.
Shit.
How many are there?
There are 2 guards and the arcanist. The arcanist stays put, but the 2 guards begin to walk over. It's probably 150 yards at this point, so they're still a ways away. So you're calling out at them, but they are starting to make their way on over.
I want to slip down an alley or a street somewhere.
So you take off running. What is everyone else doing?
Patiently waiting on the boat now that we have a distraction.
All right.
Yeah, I'll book it.
So as you
already know where we're meeting.
bolt off down the road, they begin to run after you. So you all watch as these 2 guards, they come on towards where the boat is. They pass you by and they turn down the road they saw Ren go.
Hopefully we'll see them later.
I'd like
right.
to take a lot of turns so as
Yeah.
to not
Let's
be
follow
followed.
Ren. Give me a dexterity save.
Dexterity save.
Yeah,
There's some crates in your way.
Oh gosh, a
Quick
9.
time events.
a 9. So you start running down this road and you turn down the first alley that you see. Immediately, you stumble over some crates. You pick yourself up and you begin to run again. You hear the footsteps approaching behind you. You start taking lefts and rights
Yep.
and lefts and rights. Give me another dexterity saving throw.
Take as many turns as I need to lose
Press
them.
X, press X.
21. 22.
A 21.
Just kidding, 22.
22? Okay. So as you turn down another alley, you see a pile of crates, and they make almost a stair shape. You run up them and jump onto an awning. As you get on top of this awning, it starts to collapse under your weight, and you spring off of it onto the next, which falls down, but now you are over the crates. And you continue to run on. Give me one
Over the crates. Where am I
more.
now then?
It was like a big
You're on
bunch.
the other side of the
Yeah,
crates.
it's like a bunch of crates,
Oh,
but
I
there
made
was
it
a
onto the
staircase.
I got it.
They blocked the alley.
Okay.
Give me another dexterity saving throw.
16.
A 16. So as you
I'd like to
get
find
to
a place.
the end of this alley, you grab a bar that's at the corner of the road, and it helps you turn faster, sending you off in another direction. What are you looking for?
A place to duck into, like a storefront
All right.
or
Give me a perception check.
restaurant. Oh shit. That is a 9.
You look around, and surprisingly, you don't find anything that you could hide within very well. You do find a couple jumbles of crates that you could probably duck behind, but they will not conceal all of your body. There are plenty of doors down this road that you could potentially try to get into, but you don't know.
We're gonna close.
It's a residential area, so no open shops or anything of that nature.
Okay, we're just gonna clothesline them then. So I'm gonna get behind a corner that they're gonna have to turn, like go down an alley, get behind a corner that they could turn sharply, and draw my weapons.
All right. Give me a stealth check.
Okay. 12.
All right. So you are breathing heavily at this point. You have just done so many acrobatic feats, weaving and bobbing through the alleys of the city, pushing past people. You are currently pressed up against a wall, weapons drawn, and you hear your own breath.
I hold it as I wait and listen.
You hold your breath as you feel your heart beating in your chest. It makes your throat close up and clench. It's like this pit in the bottom of your throat. And you hear in the distance some shouting of the guards. But you realize they've lost your track. They seem further away than they were. So you stop holding your breath because it became unbearable. You re-catch your breath and allow your heart rate to drop. And eventually, you no longer hear the guards.
I will then like to head the other direction from where the guards were. And I don't know, find a, because I'm probably lost. I'd like to find a restaurant or a shop or something and just ask for directions to the House of Spirits.
Oh my god.
I'm also going to swap out my clothes. So I'm going to switch clothes from what I was, from Tanebe's dead husband's clothes to the clothes that I had in my pack.
Oh.
Okay. So there is both a guild center nearby as well as a shopping center. So I'm going to roll to figure out which one you run into.
Yeah.
So you run into the shopping center. So you see lots of stalls. You can quickly find a vendor that sells clothes. And you can purchase it and throw
Oh,
it out.
I already have my clothes.
Yeah.
I already
So-
have extra clothes.
You already have extra clothes?
Yeah, because I'm
Oh.
wearing Tanebe's dead husband's clothes,
Oh,
but I have the
that's
other
right,
clothes
but you
that I
have the
bought
other
from
clothes.
Cairo.
Okay, so you change that.
It's in an alley.
So
I
you just like
quick
find an
strip.
alley, change into your clothes,
I will buy a hat though to cover my.
and you buy a hat.
Is it a beautiful sun hat?
Yeah.
Just like a giant, like 9 foot wide.
I mean, it's more of a head wrap, but
Sure.
yes.
Yeah, I forgot we were just kidding.
All right. And you ask somebody, they point you towards the House of Spirits.
I hope you guys get it. Make
All
it there.
right. So let's go back to our other party.
Keep calm. Wait for the boat to stop.
Oh, what
So
a lovely
you
ride.
watched
So beautiful.
the two guards chase after Ren. A couple minutes later, you arrive at the stop. You see the Arcanist standing there.
Oh, still?
They smile at you. And you get off the boat and stop. The driver waves at you, nods at the Arcanist, and takes off. You are now standing at the stop. What do you do?
Wait, I thought we were going to...
We go left.
Yes, we're
as
going
instructed,
left. We're going to our friend.
Yes.
down that street name.
Yeah, we have the directions from Tenebe.
Yes. So you follow the instructions that Tenebe gave you.
That the driver gave him.
Oh,
Where's
the driver. Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm sorry.
The driver gave you the directions. I totally remember what my NPCs have said and who said what. And you arrive at a building very indiscreetly marked as the House of Spirits. From the outside, you cannot see in, as the windows are a thick, opaque purple and red diamond pattern in long, narrow slivers on the front of the building. There is a plain door, and there is a muffled noise inside.
Knock, 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 knock.
You knock on the door, and nothing happens.
Is it open?
Yeah, I open the door.
So you push open the door and enter into the House of Spirits.
Once we enter, can I say what was written on Tenebe's letter? Aloud?
Can I describe the room to you first?
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
I was trying to be cool. Okay.
Carved sandstone murals of skeletal figures frame the plastered sandstone walls where golden fresco snakes intertwine in a damask pattern. Heavy woven flax curtains block out the light from the windows, decorated with embroidered valances and golden tassels. Carved wooden tables are covered in heavily tasseled cloths and set with oil lanterns and hammered copper tea sets. The centerpieces are each complete with a small mammalian skull. Diffused light distorts and lengthens in hues of reds and purples as the candles flicker behind the glass of their lanterns of intricate glass and metalwork. The layers of textiles muffle the sounds to the outside world and attenuate the voices of the other patrons, to which effect you can clearly hear each other, but not the conversations around you.
Oh, now I can. I'm going to say what was in Tenebe's letter. Like the line.
So you step inside the room
Just out loud first.
and you say, "Friends of the apostates."
I cover y'all's mouth before.
Up recovers your mouth.
Not you. We don't quite know what we're dealing with, all right?
Yeah, as I learned very kindly from Tenebe that you don't want to just be saying things. You gotta suss people out.
Yeah. Not everyone here might be a friend.
You see a small placard that reads, "Please seat yourself."
All right, let's get a table and wait for Red.
Yeah. We put a cloak over the open chair to make sure that people know that's taken.
Oh, good idea.
You sit down and you notice that the pot of tea has steam rising from it.
Oh. What kind of tea is it?
Lavender.
Oh my god. And there's cups too?
Yes, there are copper cups around.
I'll pour us each a glass. A serving.
The floral aroma fills the air as you pour the cups of tea and you hand them out to the rest of the people at the table.
And then as I sip my lavender tea, I want to open up my magical awareness. Do I sense any magic within 60 feet of me?
You do.
What kind? You don't have to tell me.
You notice two main things. You see a priest of Tanvenum. It's a divine magic.
That's Sale.
No,
Oh.
Tanvenum. Oh, you don't know any of the gods. Never mind. You see divine magic coming
Okay.
from a woman wearing black robes. You also see several other people in maroon robes sitting at another table. You can sense the arcane magic from jewelry that they are wearing.
All right.
Particular enchantments mostly. One of them is an evocation.
Wow, this tea is just delightful.
It's a good one.
I do hope Ren can find us okay.
He seems like he's good at navigation.
And then I'm going to look at Sal and like nod to the holy energy I see.
Yep.
Or feel.
That definitely looks like a priest of Tam Vanum, and then more archivist, it seems. Arcane.
Oh.
We have them down in Teravos for some of the noble families, but they're just basically wizards, licensed wizards.
Yeah, totally.
Seems like they're having a good time.
So is this like a tea shop? A bar? A restaurant?
Maybe it's both. There's some restaurants that convert after 4 o'clock to go from one to the other and back
Oh,
again.
what a smart business move that is.
Capitalize on all the hours of the day and night. But yeah.
Oh,
Does anybody approach us to be like, take us away?
Yeah, so Yancey. So as Salvador and Upri are talking, Yancey, you're sitting in between them, and you see somebody in a floor-length black burqa, a lacy black veil with jewels hanging from the bottom of it, start to slowly almost glide over to your table. As they approach, they stand there for several moments, unspeaking.
Hi, I am Yancey. What's up?
what?
Do you
Oh.
wish to see into the other world, to traverse this mortal plane into the beyond? As they hold out a hand, pointing off aimlessly beyond you.
I don't have any money, so
What he meant to say is we're waiting on one more before we start doing our spirit journeys.
Very well. I will be back.
Oh, I hope that it is. I can't wait to see you.
And she kind of waves an arm over you, turns around slowly, and walks away. And as she does, she goes through these purple velvet curtains that frame a doorway and disappears into another room.
Well, that was peculiar.
Well, it's on the newspaper clipping in terms of seances.
Oh, all right. Oh, do you think that was Madame Vera?
Quite possibly, or at least her assistant.
I wish they would have made themselves known.
It's part of the shtick, I'm sure.
Yeah.
At this moment, the priest of Tanvenum leans on over and goes, "First time seeing you here."
Likewise.
Do you know what this place is?
Seems like a first-rate tea shop to me.
I thought I sensed confusion.
I'm always open to illumination if you're willing to provide it.
It's a seance parlor.
Is that a street speak for opium den, or?
No, my darling. It's for speaking with the dead.
Oh shit!
How is this legal?
Oh, it's more of just an experience. It's not real. People like that kind of shtick here. It's like an aesthetic. And she motions around to all of the skulls and candles around the room.
Ah, so like Not real, but just entertainment.
Precisely.
A vibe, if you will.
But Madame Vera does put on quite a show. I hope you'll stick around.
Yeah, I don't think we're planning on going nowhere.
Anybody in mind that you'd like to contact on the other side?
I think I'd actually have to think about that yet.
Yeah.
What about, could you contact this person that I knew for a bit called Blades?
I'm sure Madame Vera could try.
Trying to think what that accent was. British, probably. No. Does Ren show up?
So you're sitting here for some time,
Having casual conversation.
Having
We're learning about their
casual
family.
conversation
Okay.
with Iris. She
Iris.
introduces herself
Oh.
as Iris. She's a priestess of Tanvenum and has been for a majority of her life.
Oh,
Her family was always a part of the church, and she really respected the faith and has found she divulges a lot of sentiments that the church has definitely gotten smaller in the recent years, that they've been under scrutiny of the order, and kind of makes a nod to Salvador, who's probably experienced a similar phenomenon in the last 5 years of Tanvenum is not really respected by the order, nor is Tau or any other deities. The followers of Prayer and Predicum see their gods as the only real gods, that the others are inferior.
So if we were to find a potential ally, it would be here.
Are you saying that to your party or to Iris?
To the DM.
I'm not going to answer that question. You have
Fine.
to ask the characters in this world.
Fine, I'm asking the characters of this world. Do you think that these people will be potential allies?
I mean, to an extent. I don't know how willing they're gonna stick their neck out for some outsiders.
Yeah, let's wait and meet the madam.
Yeah.
See what she's about.
Did she say like how Tam Vanum is doing? Like, have they been personally affected by the rise of Prey and Pedicium?
Yeah,
Okay.
less and less.
Yeah. I mean, they're not experiencing the aggression, but it's just that, like, they're not taken seriously. People, they find that their numbers have been reduced over the years.
Okay, yeah.
People aren't flocking to the religion.
Because they're either scared or being enlisted by the other group. Okay.
Engulfed by Christianity. I mean, what?
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 So yeah, you have this lovely conversation up until the point where you see the door open and Ren is standing.
Oh, hey. Ren's gonna walk over and plop down and has grab a cup of tea. How's it going?
Good.
Wow.
Yeah.
So sorry. My hands don't usually get this.
It's okay. I think it was just the wrong choice. Seems like you
Yeah.
all got here just fine, though.
Yeah, great distraction on your part.
Thank you.
Yeah, the person just waved at us and didn't
Yeah.
really do anything.
Yeah, it
much.
turns out that Arcanist didn't sense magic or even try, so might have jumped the gun on that one.
They might just been standing there, just random passerby.
Oh, yeah.
But we're here now.
Yeah. So what's this
Well, you
place
made
about?
it. And I'm going to punch Ren in the arm.
Oh, ow. Thanks.
A tea shop, then a sand
Oh.
shop, and maybe a bar after hours.
They contact the dead here.
Wow, that sounds fun.
You do see liquor on shelves around the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. This is Iris. Iris, our friend Iris.
Oh, hello, Iris. Ren.
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure. Sorry, I just couldn't catch my breath. There's a lot of running.
Yeah.
It's warm in here.
Yeah, here, have some hot tea.
Refreshing.
I think that's better than nothing.
Can we wave down Vera? Or she went back into
Or-
the...
She
The
went,
floating woman.
She went behind the robes.
So you kind of wave off in a general direction, hoping to catch someone's attention. And Iris then leans over the table and picks up a bell from the centerpiece and rings it.
Ah.
And puts it down on the table. And as she does so, you again see Vera summoned from the purple velvet curtains as she glides on over to your table and stands there in silence.
Hi.
Hello, my dearest one. What can I be of service to you this eve? Who would you like to speak to? And is there a drink that you would like to have?
I would love to see if you can contact a friend that could have been more, but didn't happen. His name is Blaze. And
Ah, yes. Do you have anything of this person, of their personal effects? Something important to them?
I take out one of their blades. This is one of
Blades.
Blades is blades.
they use this blade a lot, and just before he disappeared, I was able to grab it. I don't know why I grabbed it, but I just did.
She holds out her hands to take the blades from you. Ah, yes. I feel the energy of them imbued in this weapon. They used this often.
That's what I said.
Profound.
If you would like to conduct a seance, it will be 5 silver, and you will come back to the back parlor.
Oh.
I don't have any silver. I'm sorry. Oh. Thank you, Salvador.
And as Salvador places 5 silver on the table, she takes her left hand and slowly reaches out and claws it across the table into a pouch that was apparently on the side of her burqa.
Oh.
You hear the clink as it hits the bottom of the pouch.
You really didn't have to do that, Salvador.
Come with me,
All of us, or
Yancey.
Oh.
And we will contact your loved one.
I didn't. Well, I didn't say love. Okay. All right. I get up from the table and I follow. I follow you.
The others may join for the experience. And if you would like to contact anybody, please let me know now or forever keep your peace.
Does that mean we can all get in on this one cost?
It will be 5 silver to contact anyone else.
Do you mind if we get a drink beforehand? I am looking for some good spirits.
Absolutely. What would you like? We do a very nice floral gin.
That sounds wonderful.
Lots of juniper.
We'll each have one of those.
All right.
Actually, 3 in a
Iris.
water.
Please go get them their gin and a water and meet us in the back room.
Ren, were you hoping for a discount because of the good spirit thing?
I don't know. I was trying to get where we're supposed to fucking go.
Well, I imagine
I
once
have
we
an
schmooze
idea.
them. Yeah.
And she will glide on towards the purple curtains.
Yancey gets up and follows.
I'll follow too.
Ditto.
Grab her drinks, go on in.
She pushes through, doesn't even like use her arms, just kind of like glides through the curtains and they kind of part around her. Not magically, just like kind of, she just lets them part as she walks through them. And you enter into a dark cramped room. In the middle of this room is a round table with a laced tablecloth. There are candles sitting at each chair around a black orb in the middle, set on a copper stand. There is one chair that is particularly taller and more ornately carved than the others, and this is where Vera sits and waits for the rest of you to join her.
Yonsei takes a seat.
Yeah.
As do the rest of us.
You all sit down as Vera comes in and hands you each a glass. 3 gins and a water. And then she also sits down at the table with you. All right. And Vera places the sword on the table in front of her on top of a silk cloth. Everybody, light your candle from mine as we will all join our spirits together to make this trip possible to the beyond. And she strikes a match and lights her candle. She holds it up to you, Ren.
I light it.
You light your
mine.
candle. And then move on over to Salvador. And Salvador to Yonsei. From Yonsei to Upri.
Boop.
From Upri to Iris.
Irish
Oh,
joined
Iris
us?
followed us in?
Iris sat down, yeah. Iris sat at the table after giving you your drinks.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody, clear your minds and think only of this sword and the one who carried it.
More of a dagger.
Keep your mind on these blades and remember our dearly departed blades. Keep your mind clear and open throughout this process, for it is the only way we may pass through the veil and into the beyond. All right. Are we ready to begin? I must receive each of yours consent before we may proceed. And she turns to Ren,
Sure.
and to Salvador,
Affirmative.
and to Yonsei,
Yep.
and to Upri.
Why, of course. And I want to just reach out and brush against her hand and give her a little zzz.
And to Iris. Yes, of course.
So to clarify, I did bolster in magic. So I
Yeah.
just poured some magic into her.
All right, and so we begin. I call out into the aether. May I travel to the beyond, unhindered by my mortal coil. I give my body up to the spirits to guide me there. And she begins to chant in an unknown language to any of you.
Lorum ipsum.
And she does this several times that I'm not going to repeat because I don't remember what I just did. But she just keeps repeating it over and over and over again until she lets out a gasp. I sense the beyond. The beyond. I sense it. Do you feel it? building in the crevices of your minds. Let it in. Open yourself to it. You must be unhindered. Open yourself to it. And I call out to you, Blades! 3 times, Blades! Blades! Blades, hear me! Hear our call, as Yonsei would like to speak with you. Your beloved Yonsei, they love you dearly, and they would like to speak with you. Blades! Blades! Blades!
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Their body begins to contort. You
Holy
hear
shit.
the bones in their arms and fingers crack as their head points upwards, mouth agape. And they let out a sigh. They open their eyes. They kind of shake their shoulders a bit. And they turn to Yonsei. And that's where we're gonna end this episode.
She's a fucking hoax.
And with that, we bring today's chilling tale of loss and tragedy to a close. Thank you all for joining us on this journey into the abyss. And we hope you enjoyed this episode of Shadows of Prophecy. Join us next time as the seance gets real. Oh, and do bring your tissues. A special thank you to our generous patrons, JayCeeAitch, Chris B, and Maggie Z, whose unwavering support keeps the candles burning bright here at Goblin Forge. We'd also like to express our gratitude to Scrubcast for their exceptional sound mastering, music, and effects. They have been invaluable in bringing our story to life. And of course, a big thank you to our talented players, Kendrick, Russell, Chris, and Dan. We're thrilled to have you on board and can't wait to see where our adventures take us next. Our theme song, written by the talented electronic vapor soul artist Lusk, sets the perfect tone for our podcast. Make sure to check out their latest album. Thank you, Audra, for co-Morebi. This podcast is a Goblin Forge production. Follow us on Instagram at goblin_forge_TTRPG and join our Discord community. If you enjoy our podcast, consider becoming one of our patrons at patreon.com/goblin_forge for free bonus content, including handouts, encounter maps, and adventure guides. Your support means the world to us. Lastly, please leave us a 5-star review on your podcast platform of choice. It helps us get the word out and share our stories with even more listeners. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time for another unforgettable performance from our talented cast. And to find out if our party ever finds Vladlen in this god's forsaken city.